Thank you for tuning in to the Street Forum. This is our very first beginning of the stepping stone that we're about to take in the right direction and the community services that we're going to be providing to the people who are always listening to us and seeing what productive information we could put out there to help you get better along your life or
motivate.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marjorie. I will be Nikki's counterpart in this whole extravaganza.
Yeah. And I know I forgot to mention, my name is Nikki. She just said that, so I just wanted to reintroduce myself. I know I just kind of went along the lines of telling what we're going to be doing and the activities that we're going to be partaking.
And I'm a little under the weather today, so she has to do it. Okay. Hello, we have brought you here today to talk about our new show. It's going to be called, well, it is called, right? To be honest.
Definitely.
Our show is called The Street Forum, and the idea of the show is to bring community awareness to all of our communities, to learn how to create an interwebbing between all of us, to bring back the home that we used to have back in the day, the home life really, that we used to have back in the day, that we had a lot more ability to incorporate our lives in with tune with our kids. And I feel like it's a huge disconnect that our community cannot figure out how to jump over and get through. So myself, Marjorie, and my co-host Nikki are here to try to get things rolling and see which path it takes us. You know, we're not looking for much. We're just looking to see how many people that we can network ourselves with and get ourselves out there and figure out, you know, what are the more realistic approaches to life. I think it's really important to understand that a lot of things start with our kids. And if we're going to be concerned about our kids, we got to be concerned about our own well-being at the same time, because we got to be here for those kids. You know, the women have to hold these kids for 9 months, and the men are supposed to be there to help the women endure these trials and tribulations. You know, so a lot of things go into making sure our community can make those things happen for each and every one of the people that are involved in it. You know, there's no reason why we have people that are wanting right now. We have way too much food in this world. We have way too much education in this world. We have way too many people in this world for us to see people hurt, lost, and fear, and scared to just ask for help. You know, and I think it's time that somebody stood up, and I'm happy that I have a crew of people that want to do that with me, you know. So we're going to take these next couple of months, these next couple of years, and definitely put our best foot forward and talk about all the topics that nobody wants to talk about. You know, our sexuality crisis in America is all over the place. You know, we don't know if we should complain about the gays and the lesbians, or if we should complain about which way marriage is going, or we should complain about the value of marriage, or what is actually marriage. Who is it that is actually shaping our mindset to know which way that we should go in life? I think a lot of the things that is stopping us from continuing and making better choices is not being allowed to make your own choices and to actually do something that you see is right. Not what your mother sees is right, not what your coworker sees is right, not what your grandmother, not your grandfather. You. You can take anyone else's advice, but you gotta learn how to take care of you first. And that's what we're here for. We're here to just encourage that.
And I'm Nikki, and I'm going to be focusing on a lot of hair advocacy intricacies that I'll be dipping and dabbling into, and just kind of giving little tricks and tips to this inner beauty. I feel like as women, and even as men, we forget the value in looking within and realizing that people see what you put out, and we tend to forget that because we hide ourselves. And I want to be the person to say you no longer have to do that. I want to be the one to encourage the children that you don't have to cover up and hide yourself, because I know there's a lot of insecurity just in the world overall, and I feel like a lot of the issues stem from insecurity and not knowing what the feedback from what you're putting out there is going to be like. So I'm here to put a stamp on that, stomp it out the ground, and let you know to just bust out of yourself and know that you're beautiful. It don't matter who you are, what you decide to do with yourself. There's always a better way to do things. There's more than one way to handle situations, and you can always chime in with your own questions and ideas and topics that you might even want us to talk on, and we'll be more than welcome and happy to discuss those things. So this is just like an open community forum. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions and being able to do what they feel is correct for the lifestyle that they're trying to create.
In a respectable manner.
Exactly. Yes, in a respectable manner. We definitely want to make sure that, that's definitely highlighted. We don't, discourage or, beat people down. That's not where we're coming from. We definitely want to put out what we want to get back from people. And that's always positive light, and just encouraging you to know that there's always a way to do things correctly and more than one way to do it. And we're here to explore every obstacle that's possible to get that done.
Most definitely. Well said, Nikki.
You too.
Why we air our shows is inviting people onto our show that have gone out and made their own risk and became entrepreneurs, and explain how they got themselves to how they got there and why they're doing it and what kind of gratification it brings for them. And I think it's really important for us to see other people that came from the same similar background to succeed. I think that we don't see enough of that, and I think that we don't praise enough of it. It's not just enough to just, buy from a specific owner. Sometimes you also have to promote. You have to put our people out there. It's really important. Anything I do in life, I always think about who I already know that specializes in it and can get me what I need at a better rate too. It's all about how you spend your dollar, and if you can spend your dollar with someone that that can benefit from it and will benefit from it the way that you would benefit from it, it makes it feel so much of a greater accomplishment to be able to purchase it from that person, and to be able to how could you say, to improve their life. And they improved your life because they were able to provide you the great services that you would have paid, maybe twice as much from someone that you would have never known where that money went. So it's all about understanding how to live your life, where to make the moves, and who to do them with. And sometimes you just need to learn how to see the familiar faces in your local neighborhood and see where these people are coming from. Because a lot of times, some of these people live right around the corner from you, and you don't even know. And all it takes for you to get out and talk to people and learn how to network within where you live. Stop just staying on the internet and looking for people and putting in your zip code. Sometimes you can just get up, put your shoes on, and open the door and go outside. It's that simple. Attend a community fundraised event. A lot of times they're free. Just to get out there and just to meet people. Volunteer for things. We're going to teach you how to volunteer for things, why to volunteer, where to volunteer, and how to divvy up your volunteer time. No one's saying that you got to be out there Mother Teresa and give up your life, but you can definitely learn how to take those kind of things into consideration and see how every hour that you can spare and someone else can spare, how it can enrich all of our lives, no matter what it is that you're doing. So that's a lot of the things that we're going to be, pushing for you guys to motivate yourselves to be a part of. We're not here to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. And it's just as simple as going on to the next channel. That's really what you want to do. But we're here to just bring positive energy. And if you think that we're saying something that might not be so positive, please, let us know. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it, because that's what we're here for. We're here to speak our opinions. Not everything Nikki and I talk about we agree on.
That is a fact. You're going to see us go back and forth a few times on this show. Trust me. And there's going to be people who, see more of her vision, and it's going to be in a vice versa situation. And we're just open to all comments when it comes to that type of scenario, because we have to learn how to disagree with each other and still be able to come to the common factor, which is the end result of the situation. As long as it has the same results, it doesn't matter who agrees and disagrees. We all have the same motive to make sure that the outcome is all the same. So, the disagreements are going to happen. They're going to be fun. We're not going to ever just explode on each other. And, we're definitely a team. And it's going to always, we're always going to show that team effort. I believe that the biggest barrier in a lot of people's lives is the lack of information, and being able to be given that and, expand from it is the most important thing that you can give yourself in life. So, this is just a starting point to where we can come together and get that information together, try to put it out there, because there's a lot of information out there that's not being given, and it's all over the world, and just being able to bring it into one spot is the most effective way to change people's lives positively, because it's just another way of looking at things and together opposed to in pieces. I think things make sense when they're together. It's like a puzzle, a puzzle doesn't make sense when it's in 1,000 pieces, but once you put it together, you definitely see the bigger picture. So that's what we'll be here for, and we look forward to just seeing the outcome and the different personalities that we'll come across. Even if we get bad reviews, we'll also look at that and say, we're going to flip that into a positive outcome and see what we can, do to improve that aspect of the situation. So everything's going to be on a positive note for us.
We can definitely, a lot of times that's where the greatest ideas come from, is from a conflict. Because, there's someone that doesn't like this, and there's someone that doesn't like that. And if we can just figure out how those two can be in the middle, it makes everyone's life easier. Now, that's not always a possibility, but we're trying to improve. No one is looking for 100%. If you're looking for 100%, if you find it, let me know, okay? Because I want to just see the book. See how they do it. But I don't believe that 100% is something that we can really see. But can we get it up there?
Imperfections make us perfect.
Yeah.
It's the things that make us different that bring us together closer. So I actually, take pride in knowing that you're different than I am, and what you could do differently and what I could do differently, and bring those two thoughts together to make one great thought. So that's always a great outcome for that.
Must always remember, we are only as strong as our weakest link, and if we're not paying attention to what that link looks like, imagine how easy it'll fail. Because it doesn't matter. You can have 1,000 strong links. You got that one link that's ready to break, it's gonna break
the whole chain.
It don't matter how strong you are. If you ain't paying attention to every other link, then you're not paying attention to your safety. And that's what we're trying to put out there and make people understand. We can't come into this world and think that, oh, that's not me. I'm not living that life. I'm not making those choices. I'm not going down that path. I don't have to worry about them. In all honesty, you do. Because we've all came into this existence together. And we're all going to leave this existence the same exact way. So if you want your existence to be a little bit better, we got to make sure everyone around us is getting a +2 somewhere,
Exactly.
I
agree.
And I think that doing more forums like this and encouraging more people to speak up and encourage each other is exactly what we need. Let's over-encourage yourselves.
And why just leave it under one specific topic? You have a lot of different platforms that just focus on one thing, but we're universal. There's no specifics to the things that we're willing to put out there. It's just all informal, so that you can take it what you will with it and expand from it.
So with that being said, trust me, the episodes to come are going to be worth it to look forward. And if you ever want to, ask any questions, help us and give us any kind of network, we're open, And you can email us. Our email is tsforumpod@gmail.com. And you can find us on YouTube, the Street Forum Podcast.
TSF.